Hi there, time to use the new Dynamic Duo leaf wreath to add a touch of shimmer to your next memory keeping layout. So come join me. Hi there, and welcome to a new episode of Inspired by a Card with Natalie. Today we're going to create a new layout using the Dynamic Duo leaf wreath. And this is a beautiful, beautiful stencil stamp set that is going to help you create a wreath, and the combinations are infinite. And the inspiration today comes from Virginia. She created this card for the latest blog hop. So I'm going to get started. First thing, I pulled out my sticky base from my stamp wheel to help me with the stenciling. I am using white cardstock for it. And you're going to see that I'm starting with stencil number 1. I'm going to set it in place. I'm going to use two different sets of inks. For the first one, I'm using Silver Sage, Jade, Frayed leaf, and eucalyptus to create two of my wreaths. And it's super simple. You're going to see that I'm dabbing in my ink blending brush, my mini ink blending brush on top of the ink pad, and then I'm going on a circular motion on top of the stencil. Now, stencil number 1 has two parts of the wreath. So the half of the wreath, it's built in 4 parts, and once you have the 4 parts together, you're gonna flip your stencil 180 degrees to create the second half of the wreath. So again, you can use all the leaves in one single color. You can use rainbows. There's infinite possibilities. All I'm doing is playing with my 4 sets of leaves to create my half of the wreath, and I'm using these tones of green. So you're gonna see, very simple. I am using different tones of green because I wanted the colors to look a little bit different, and to look to make the leaves different, and so you can see the formation of the wreath. And also because the pictures that I'm gonna use have a lot of greenery behind it. So once I've created my half of the wreath using my inks and my ink blending brush through the stencils, I am going to flip stencil number 1 180 degrees so that it's upside down pretty much, and then I'm going to continue. Remember that the stencils come with an edge design in them, so it's easy to line them up to just have that continuous look. Now here's the difference. When I created my third wreath, I used different tones of inks. I am using Berry Cool, Dewdrops, Pool, and Aqualicia. I wanted something more in that tealish look, but when I put them side by side, they were really different. So I needed to find something that's going to tie them together and bring shimmer. So I am using texture paste. This is metallic texture paste. This is from Vicky Boutin. The name is Spearmint, and I thought it was a nice combination of like that tealish look with the green. And I'm going to use a stencil brush. So this one has harder bristles, and the way I'm going to apply the metallic paste in this case, I am not going to use a palette knife. I don't want that flat kind of dimension. Instead, I'm going to apply it using literally a circular motion. So you're going to see that I'm going to dab my brush on the texture paste, and I'm going to go on a circular motion on top of the stencil. I am going to apply the metallic paste to the lighter color inks, and it's not going to completely cover them. So think of it as kind of flocking on your wreath. Once I have that, because I applied the metallic paste that way, it dries pretty quick. I am actually going to go ahead and fussy cut all my wreaths. That's one of the things that I love about Virginia's card. Once I fussy cut all my wreaths, I'm actually going to hollow out the center of them. Like I said, I wish I would have been an add-on die that coordinated with this would have made it easier, but I actually enjoyed the fussy cutting. Once I have them ready, it's all about building these layouts. Now, one of the things that I love about the card, and why I said we're gonna add shimmer, is that she used the gold string washi tape to create her card panel. I'm going to use it to create the base for my layout. So I am creating a layout for my gratitude journal. This is kind of a planner size notebook. So I'm going to create one full page, and then another one is just going to be like an insert. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm using white cardstock for my base, just kind of inside of the notebook, and I am using the gold string washi tape to actually completely cover the larger part of my layout. This is one it's gonna house my pictures. And then for the small insert, I'm gonna use the same design that Virginia used, just using the gold string tape at the top and the bottom of the design. And you're gonna see that right now I'm just kind of setting up the idea. I put my pictures behind my reeds, because that's the idea. I want to frame my pictures with the reeds, and I'm just building my title page in the same style that Virginia uses. So I'm going to combine, like I said, a little bit of Virginia and mix it with me to create this layout. Now what I'm going to do is play with the reeds until I don't see any of the whites of the frame of the picture. So I want it just to be centered on my little cousin, and you're going to see that I actually size the pictures to fit nicely into the reeds. And then I'm going to glue it straight onto the picture, and I'm just going to cut out or fussy cut the extra pieces of the picture. Once I have them ready, I am going to go ahead and glue them onto the piece of cardstock that I covered fully with the gold string washi tape. And I'm going to use actually strong glue. I'm using white glue because washi tape needs to be a little bit slippery, so I need to use a strong glue for this. So I'm going to set them in place, and then I'm going to use my ultra sticky tape to glue it onto my page. So I have it ready, and now I need to add some embellishments. For that, I want to stay super neutral, so I went for the Build a Garden Nature's Magic, and I'm also going to use the new Mini Delight Deco elements to help me with the sentiment. So you're going to see that I am using the Build a Garden Nature's Magic to stamp 2 of the little flowers and then 1 of the large one. I just need the 3 because I only have 3 reeds. I don't want to overcrowd this page. And then I'm going to use the deco elements. This is the Mini Delight Deco elements. I'm going to stamp that nice kind of I don't know what you call it, like that rhomboid shape, because I want the little center of it. And I'm going to stamp the word hello and smile in it, and then I'm going to use the die to cut it. I'm just going to cut the inside of it, so I create a kind of a tiny label. So you're going to see, and I went out of the camera and I just die cut everything in place. Now I needed to add a little bit of color. I don't want it to be so white, so I am using metallic ink sprays in Lagoon and Antique Gold just to kind of splatter a little bit of ink on the flowers. The smaller Build a Garden Nature's Magic, the smaller flowers, I'm going to add the 2 colors of ink. And for the larger one, I'm just going to go with the Antique Gold ink spray. Just a few dots. I don't want anything more. I want it to stay black and white, but with a little bit of shimmer. Remember, this is all about shimmer and adding shimmer to your layer. Now I'm going to use one of the small little flowerets, I'm going to call it, from the Build a Garden Nature's Magic to the left of the top wreath, and the other one to the right of the top wreath. The little sentiment from the Mini Delight Deco elements gonna go right at the bottom of the flower. And to add extra shimmer and texture, I am using some of the metallic thread. I am using Antique Gold behind the flowers before I put them in place. And then I'm gonna bring a few of the sequins, because that's one of the things that I saw on Virginia's card, just to add texture. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna kind of sprinkle them right around where the sentiment is at. So that means that my eye is gonna go straight onto that. And then at the same time, I'm gonna make sure that I put it kind of on a zigzag on my page. Now for my title, I'm gonna use the larger flower that I created from the Build a Garden Nature's Magic. I'm gonna make sure that the flower kind of nest half of it inside of the wreath and the other half is outside, and I'm gonna back this with white cardstock, and then I'm gonna cut the excess. That little white space between the flower and the wreath is where my title is gonna go, and I'm using the dynamic duo stamp set to add the sentiment that says "You are loved." I'm gonna go ahead and glue this right onto the insert that I created with the white cardstock and the gold string washi tape. Once I have it in place, I am going to add a little bit more of the metallic thread. I am using the 2 tones of gold. One is Antique Gold, one is Enchanted Gold. One's gonna go on the top, one is gonna go at the bottom. Just gonna elongate the design a little bit, and then I'm gonna bring a few more of the Antique Gold sequin, and you're gonna see that I'm just gonna make sure they kind of cascade through the page. So I make sure that when I put the flowers, they just create a little triangle that's gonna make your eye pop through the entire page. I am gonna add my lines of journal underneath my wreath in the title side, and that's about it. I'll do the writing after. And I love how this turned out. This was so much fun. It was super simple to put it together. The new Dynamic Duo leaf read, it's beautiful and it's filled with, like, you know, different possibilities. There's so much you can do with it, and I love it. I love the combination of the colors here. Like I said, it's all about shimmering. There's shimmer in the washi tape, there's shimmer in the reeds, the shimmer in the flowers, and there's texture with shimmer too. So I hope you try it. As always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. Remember, you can check more details of this on the blog. And as always, I hope to see you soon. Take care, guys.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.